It's a Pacers scrimmage, number 3, with a 2-0 record.
I think that's really the important thing. I think when you look at this team, what you have out there with 3 guys that can handle the ball, what you're going to have to find a way to do when you're playing against to penetrate, and you've got one more shooter on the floor when you got Aaron Holiday. Before we came on air, this is a natural position. It's one of the few times you're going to see the ball go in the post. They want to see him go to work. Who can make a 3-point shot? You got to penetrate and find the open guy.
Murray gets to the basket and lays it.
He still said that he's going to be primarily the point guard, but he doesn't have to get it every single time, and he's comfortable filling his.
When Victor just came through there, he's open. He can't miss that. They don't have anybody to guard him.
But he can play inside as well.
No, he's the leading scorer on the team, and JJ, as we've all seen, he's a
home game for the Pacers in Orlando, wearing the city uniforms this afternoon. The back here out of the University of Miami, 6 points per game.
And an athlete. I mean, another turnover there by Aaron Holiday.
Oh, nice block by Turner, but put it in on Sunday against Dallas, but they've gotten off to slow starts in each of the games, and what a move with the Pacers team store.
And the team store is actually open 3 days a week, so I actually came inside a couple of weeks ago. Really enjoyed that.
And Burke TV, one way or the other, we'll get it.
Marco Bellinelli is on the floor. Keldon Johnson for the Spurs.
Time because Aaron Holiday had been bringing it before. Here, Aaron Holiday turns it more into a scorer. What did early, what his natural position is where he's playing now. He's an off-the-ball guard. He's an undersized scorer.
And he was dealing with some swelling in his knee, but he came back at the end of that road trip. It was one of the best team wins.
This out with plantar fasciitis. Head down, the drive by Johnson.
Coach McMillan, but you got to remember, this is like a preseason game, the last preseason game of the year. It's a scrimmage. So you can expect to see guys in a little more difficult position than they've been in.
Rudy Gay, the veteran. It includes Edmund Sumner, Justin Holiday, T.J. McConnell, Jakar Sampson, and Doug McDermott. And
this is the group I want to see how they do, because talking with JJ, and I'm curious for your perspective, JJ, we were talking about the fact that
isn't on the court. He's played a lot of basketball with a guy like Justin Holiday and T.J. McConnell. And Jakar Sampson, I feel like
scored for San Antonio. We have not seen Patty Mills yet. In fact, Patty Mills has not played. Jakar Sampson's had a couple of good games. Sets the screen for Justin Holiday, who lets the 3 will be so interesting to see. You're going to see different camera angles like this one right here.
Well, you also see people with their face. Oh, got to take a little quick sip right there. That's if he can make that makes a chance. Yeah, but how about Justin Holiday? Normally in the right place at the right time.
How about the rebound?
30 pregame on Fox Sports Indiana.
Pacers Live pregame on the air. Every game of the seeding games will be on Fox Sports.
Left the floor at the end of the first quarter. Stay on the floor, the second unit.
So, Eddie, what did you think of the first quarter?
And, you know, we've talked about this all year long. Chris worked at Collegiate Sports. I did too.
Had it blocked. Here's a drive by White. Throws it out to Johnson for 3, and he's hammered by Sumner.
Brad Stevens just went to Duke. And you see, remember, these ladies could play.
Yeah.
And they really understood what needed to be done. And Popovich was the first one.
Threes in the first scrimmage in the win against Portland. He's hit 2 off the bench this afternoon. And that's the last time they had a losing record. That allowed them to draft Tim Duncan.
Without a doubt.
Before the break, did he?
No, because he's let his hair grow.
Oh, so if he kept it, it'd be like Maravich. It'd be there's another reference.
That's the only reason that people might know who Maravich is.
If I drop a Lawrence Welk reference, I'm
You're
leaving.
on your own.
Yeah.
You're on.
For 3, no good, and the Pacers on the run. McConnell.
You got Justin Holiday if he'd wait.
And McDermott. Scrimmages has had 6 assists. He averaged 5 off the bench. And that's
it's a suction thing, and it helps you like for pain relief and like arthritis and rheumatism and stuff. See, we deal with arthritis and gout all the time.
I'm sorry, I lost my head for a second.
Call from the equipment guy, Scott Rigo from Philadelphia. He's been it for 100 years, back to Iverson's years. He said
shot in the first quarter. Brogdon also had a 3. Victor off the screen. Warren lets it fly and bang. Miles Turner had 6 points.
Good basketball there, really.
To throw it back to Turner. And the Pacers, a 5th turnover and a jump.
Chris, if you're the 9th place team, as you know, you'll have to win twice. If you're the 8th place team.
Start on Saturday after the game.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. It is the world's greatest post-game radio.
Time to get into the offense. Yeah, he's too little.
Brogdon, a whole lot more. And as Malcolm has said, as all this has gone on, it's a marathon, and it is Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, because he's committed. He's committed. He gets it.
Porter, if he's down there in Orlando helping San Antonio.
Well, everything's here virtual, right? Teleporting. You talked about you can watch Fever games on feverbasketball.com. In fact, they play tomorrow night against Phoenix. That's in it of the first half. Gay has hit 1 3 and
positive thing for the guys, but under these circumstances, it's got to be quite the adjustment. Having
COVID and the social issues and how you are, what do you do to mentally
hot topic, which is the social injustices that have been going on for a number of years. I think there's a way to do.
San Antonio has a 1-point lead. They've led by as many as 2. The Pacers by as many as 7.
Alone for the most part. They were able to come and visit, but not there for the entire time. So there's living conditions aren't what you're accustomed to. There's adverse moments out there, and if you can respond to those moments.
Whether or not the Pacers make 3-point shots, because you may be able to beat someone.
Of playing on the perimeter, knowing when to go inside. I think one thing that he's really made great
in this third quarter. And now they trail by a game-high 8 at 72-64 as Pirtle.
Paint touches, guys, and you got your shooters getting shots. You just got to make them.
Oladipo just one of
discipline, attack the paint, draw multiple defenders. Those 3-point shots will get a little bit easier, and they will start to fall.
And
whether it's in the post or DHOs on the perimeter. Now with 4 guards basically out there, you got to figure out a way to make
chance, and they all play each other, Quinn. That's what's going to be interesting.
Well, you got some with better chances than they're in there because Marvin Bagley's not there.
Right.
Harrison Barnes is not there, and unfortunately with Harrison Barnes, everything, and then trying to build those good habits. That's why I think if you look at LA, I'm not guaranteed.
Coming back to play basketball, but also maybe if you have a wife, if you have kids, trying to. Pacers had a real shot there, but turned it over. Now in transition, Bellinelli.
Can't leave him.
Now Sumner to a cutting McConnell.
Got to shoot it.
14th is when they're scheduled in quotes. They're scheduled to move in August 14th. Since they've started this, I don't know if he's coached a game yet, has he?
No, I don't think he has. He's successful. I mean, he made the last time they made the playoffs. Woody coached them.
I was gonna say that's the last time they made a playoff appearance.
Right.
Some people have said.
I don't think that's.
I think you're going to have to bring it.
You
I don't think that's an option.
No, bring your own.
12 minutes of scrimmage play, and then we get it going for real on Saturday. 5, Bellinelli, a threat from anywhere. Gay's shot is good. Over the last 2 days, you hear him on Pacers radio. You see him here on Pacers TV. Pat Boyle.
It's an honor to join here, and we have the potential for a perfect exhibition still on the line here in the fourth.
That's what you had hosted the first edition of the restart of Pacers Weekly, and you and Jerry.
For people who lived it, it's trying to share it and not to make people. Doesn't affect you. You don't pay it any attention. That's anything in life. What I think has shocked that many people, that's one of the reasons why he's on the floor, and he can make shots. So he makes the Pacers a little bit bigger. This is really strange. Yeah. And so I couldn't even get into my whole basketball groove.
Broadcast that will be here.
Hold on.
Plus all the work to make it home games.
Got to talk about it.
You could have sent me in on the phone call, could have brought me in, merged the call.
My fault.
I would have helped you there.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Big jolt for you.
Greg Smith, Emily Wright, Brian Rogat, Rich Gears, Gary Joe, Oladipo, and Justin Holiday.
Well, he got it swatted by Justin Holiday. Really nice.
York shot it so well on Sunday against Dallas. You saw him talking to.
No.
Oh, he.
I said no as soon as I saw him throw it that way because he was really going to throw it up there and then go try to catch it.
And Turner has the advantage. Turns with a left hand.
Sweet. He turned away from the double team.
17 points and 10 rebounds for Miles Turner. And
who got, by the way, was on the seat of his pants there moments ago.
And McDermott.
Tape. Look at some of this tape because you got to be solid defensively. You playing, Pacers playing against Philadelphia.
108-101, San Antonio and Kelton. Antonio Spurs again.
So, Pat, I did this.
A little bit of a late start. Their rookie, in fact, just got in the wobble a few days ago, and we'll see if.
David Stern always knew of his capabilities. I mean, he's got a high moral compass. He's
all the procedures. You can't even get into practice. It's remarkable. You would have thought they've been working on this for years.
Yeah, actually viewing it and then cheering and and booing when appropriately, I'm sure.
It is going to be outstanding to watch, and it all starts for real Thursday, the national doubleheader. We've got.
And that's been, you know, one really big bonus of you don't have fans that are able to watch this year, but we're making.
As the Pacers trail 116-110, and Mitru Long to the.
Will was up talking.
Mitru Long, we saw him have an outstanding.
Motorola Razor and the Indiana Pacers, digitally done.
12 for Malcolm Brogdon. Victor Oladipo, after a slow start, had a good fourth quarter. He ended. Pacers will finish 2-1 in the scrimmages. San Antonio.